everybody, welcome to my course Learn 200 words starting with the letter A to Z. Course Overview. This course is meant for students planning to appear for the TOEFL, IELTS, SAT, GRE exams or anyone who wishes to improve the English vocabulary in the next 3 months. Lesson plan. The entire course will deal with words from the letter A to Z. Each lesson will cover 20 words. So from lesson 1 to 10 in the letter H, you will build 200 words to your vocabulary pyramid. By the time you reach the letter Z, you will be richer by 5,200 words. A little bit about me. My name is Salma. I teach spoken English and business communications. I love to travel, read books and grow my own food. You could write to me on the link provided above with your comments, suggestions and feedback. I would love to hear from you all. Why is learning vocabulary important? Without sufficient understanding of words, students cannot understand others or express their own ideas. How does this benefit you? The more vocabulary words you know, the better you're able to comprehend. By comprehend, I mean understand what people are telling you and you in return convey what your feelings and ideas are in a more effective manner. But before we start, let us enjoy the entertaining side of the English language. I've picked a new game for this series which is called 5 Clues, 1 Word Challenge. 5 Clues, 1 Word is a challenging game. It will sharpen your mind for sure and even probably hone in your detective skills. The question is, we give you 5 words, 5 clues, and you have to choose 1 word which applies to all 5. The question is diaphragm, arm, mirror, eyepiece, lens. Listen to it again. Diaphragm, arm, mirror, eyepiece, lens. What is the word? The answer will be given at the end of this lesson, so keep thinking smart. 3 easy steps to learn it. Read, define, use in a sentence. When I say read, pay attention to the spelling and the pronunciation. Define, the meaning and usage is important. In a sentence, I will make a sentence for every word that I teach, but I'm sure you'll be able to do a good job yourself too. First word, heterogeneous is an adjective, which means 2 or more things are unlike in substance or nature. In a sentence, it'll read, a heterogeneous mixture containing 2 substances that do not totally combine like oil and water. Heteromorphic is an adjective which means differing from the normal form in size, shape and function. So in a sentence it will read heteromorphic, having different forms at different periods of the life cycle, as in stages of insect metamorphosis. Hexangular is an adjective which means having 6 angles. So in a sentence it will read, fix the towel bar on the base with the MS in a hexangular set screw. Hexapod is an adjective which means a 6-legged arthropod of the class Insecta of insects. In a sentence it will read, researchers noted that hexapods and crustaceans shared a different set of important morphological characteristics. That means they have a different set of the entire characteristics. Hexagon is a noun which means a plain figure with 6 straight sides and angles. So in a sentence it will read, the hexagon is one of the geometric shapes that occurs in nature. Found in the formation of honeycomb, it is associated with bees and their cooperative, hard-working natures. Hiatus is a noun which means a short pause in which nothing happens. In a sentence it will read, there was a brief hiatus in the war with France. Hibernate is a verb which means to spend the winter sleeping. In a sentence, it'll read, the pilots who have been hibernating during the winter months get their gliders out again. Hideous is an adjective which means extremely ugly. In a sentence, it'll read, hideous lizard-like creatures were crawling all over the place. Hilarious, adjective which means extremely amusing. In a sentence, it'll read, the people were very noisy and hilarious. Hillock is a noun, a small hill or mound. In a sentence, it'll read, the hillock is situated 500 meters from the main railway station. Hinder is a verb which means to limit the ability of someone to do something. In a sentence, it'll read, language barriers hindered communication between scientists. Hindrance is a noun which means a thing that provides resistance, delay, or obstruction to something or someone. In a sentence, it'll read, an untied shoelace is a hindrance to walking. Hirsute is an adjective which means hairy. Arnon is 33, hirsute and handsome. His looks inherited from Sicilian ancestors. Hoard is a verb which means a secret stock or store of something. In a sentence, it'll read, he came back to rescue his little hoard of gold. Hoarse is an adjective which says having a rough voice. In a sentence, it'll read, you'll make yourself hoarse if you keep shouting like that. Homage is a noun which means deep respect and often praise shown for a person. In a sentence, it'll read, many villagers come here to pay homage to the Virgin Mary. Homogeneous is an adjective which is of the same kind alike. In a sentence, it'll read, if a group of things are homogeneous, they're all the same or similar, like a room full of identically dressed Elvis impersonators. Homologous is an adjective which means having the same or a similar relation. In a sentence, it'll read, you might say that your dog's hind legs and your legs are homologous because they have similar structure and function. Homonym is a noun which means is a word that is said or spelled the same way as another word but has a different meaning. For example, right and right is a good example of a pair of homonyms. Homophone, noun, which means each of two or more words having the same pronunciation but different meanings. So, for example, flower and flower are homophones because they are pronounced the same, but you can certainly can't bake a cake using daffodils. Thank you for watching. Lesson 4 follows soon. If you have found this helpful, please rate, review and share this with your friends. And back to the 5 clues 1 word challenge. The words were diaphragm, arm, mirror, eyepiece and lens. And the answer was a microscope. So it has an eyepiece, it has a lens, it has a mirror, it has an arm and a diaphragm. So the answer was microscope. So keep smiling, keep shining. Bye for now.